Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Penetration channel. Today we're going to be doing part 3 in our 40 Smith & Wesson versus 357 SIG versus 9mm versus 45 ACP video series. It's a little windy out today, so hopefully that's not picking up too much on the camera, but we got to do what we got to do. Alright, so for the ammunition today, we're going to be using, for the 40 Smith & Wesson, we have Winchester white box, 180 grain standard full metal jacket. 357 SIG, we got Winchester white box, 125 grain full metal jacket. For the 9mm, we have Winchester white box, 115 grain full metal jacket. For the 45 ACP, we have Winchester white box, 230 grain full metal jackets. All of the bullets will be fired from full-size M&P pistols with 4-inch barrels. Okay, today's target is going to be these Lexan high impact grade polycarbonate sheets. Each of these sheets are 3/16 of an inch thick. I have a total of 11 of them, giving us a little over 2 inches of the polycarbonate. Each of these sheets are separated by 1-inch wooden blocks. And if any of the bullets happen to make it all the way through these, I have 2 sheets of this 1/8 inch aluminum, so hopefully we can stop each of these projectiles. Give it just a second to get everything set up and we'll get back and get started. Alright, first up we're going with 9mm, the 115 grain Winchester white box full metal jackets, right there on the left side of the target. Alright, next up is a 357 SIG 125 grain Winchester white box full metal jacket. Alright, next, 40 Smith & Wesson Winchester white box 180 grain full metal jacket. Alright, and finally, the 45 ACP Winchester white box 230 grain full metal jacket. Alright, let's go check out those results. Okay, let's take a look at what we got. As you can see, the entry hole for the 9mm, for the 357 SIG, the 40 Smith & Wesson, and the 45 ACP, all 4 has made it through the first layer of this plastic. On to panel number 2. Entry for the 9mm, 357 SIG, the 40 Smith & Wesson, for the 45 ACP. All 4 of those has made it through panel number 2. Alright, on panel number 3, there's the entry for the 9mm. 357 made it through, 40 Smith & Wesson made it through, and the 45 ACP also. All 4 has made it through panel number 3. Alright, on panel number 4, you can see the 9mm made it through, 357 made it through that one, but both the 40 and the 45 has stopped on the 4th panel. Alright, you can see on the back where the plastic's pushed through on the 45 ACP, but it did not make it through. Alright, there's the damage on the back from the 40 Smith & Wesson. Did not make it through panel number 4. Alright, but the 9 and the 357 are still going, so let's take a look at panel number 5. Alright, the 9mm made a little mark here on panel number 5, but there's not really even a dent there, so we're going to say the 9mm stopped here on panel number 5. Looking here, we see the entry hole for the 357, and it's still going through the panels. So let's take a look at panel number 6. You can see the 357 has made it through panel number 6. There's no damage from the 9 or the 40 or 45. Alright, so let's take a look at panel number 7. I don't know how good that's showing up. That's a nice crack here on panel number 7, but I believe that has stopped. Let's take a look at the back of that panel. There is no penetration. We have some damage there, cracked all the way like a star pattern across the plastic. But here on panel number 8, there's absolutely no damage from the 357. Okay, so we're going to say that the 357 stopped on panel number 7, 9mm stopped on panel number 5, and both the 40 Smith & Wesson and 45 ACP stopped on panel number 4. Okay guys, that's just about going to do it for today's test. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments about the video, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on the Penetration Channel.